Morning. 8 o'clock, bang on. We've been up since 10 past 6. It wasn't this sunny when we got up. It was cloudy, overcast, very cold. This is where we were pitched. Obviously leave no trace. There's no rubbish. My gear's all up there ready to put on my back and all that. The gate or the side entrance, I wrap the string round and secure that so deer or whatever can't push through it, but it needs a bolt or something. Had a good night. It took a while to drop off. I think it was because I was hyped up from the hike. But we had a lot of conversation. I got up at 1:45 because the dogs wanted feeding, because believe it or not they get fed in crazy hours. That's them, not me. It suits them, it works, so I'll leave it to them. Got at 1:45 and clear skies, absolutely spotless, and you could see a million stars. I wish I was good at taking photos of stars. We made a beautiful photo, but got a lot of condensation on the tent. I've wiped the outside down, but the inside I can't, and I can't shake it so long, you know what I mean? You'd be there forever, it'd be like a sail. Hey, you two, calm down, you've got hiking to do. Stella, she's not looking too bad. Good, a bit stiff. One thing to note round here, if you do come round here, I think it's round here, it could have come off the dogs. I found 2 or 3 ticks last night. One was crawling up my sleeping bag. But the thing is, when I put it on my hand and on my arm, it didn't want to latch on. I was testing it, you know, because I've got the removal tool. But I don't know if that's because they've been on Stella and Rebel and they're front line, it might kill them and make them docile. I don't know how it works. You two, I don't want you getting injured. If you get injured, you're crawling back. Enough now. Hey, enough. I know you're happy, but that's enough. I don't want one of you injured when we're stuck out here. So, yeah, beware of ticks. So they might have brought them in on the way in. Anything could happen. At the moment we've got sun. We've got a lot of cloud lingering around the mountain tops there. It could be just the cloud that lingers down. I'm still expecting rain, you know, later on. We've got a 5.5 hour, I'm guessing, hike back, taking nice and steady. We set off in about 8:30 at the latest. I've done all the chores, but I'm just guessing. We should get there, what? 12:30, about 2:30, yeah? Say 2:30, 2:30 at Glen Pean. The reason I want to stop at Glen Pean anyway is because I don't want to do a 10-hour drive after doing this hiking, but also I need to try a lot of gear out. Even their beds are a bit damp, because every time this ground is still, I don't feel too bad now, the sun's drying it out, but it was still soggy this morning. Beautiful area. Shame the Bothy wasn't open. I would have liked to take some photos, and after that rain last night, yesterday, I would have stayed in there. But it happens. I guess they're still worried about COVID restrictions, so I'm not moaning, you know what I mean? I came out here for the views and for the isolation. And to be honest, in the tent, we were probably warmer in the tent than if you were in a stone bothy. But tonight I'll try and get a fire going. Pack still weighs a lot, even though I've eaten food. They've lost their food. His pack's going to be much like you two. I don't want him diving and getting soaked. This way. Sorry for shouting again. But the tent is so soaked. It's probably weighing a £6 tent. It's weighing like 8.5 now. I don't want you limping or struggling. Once we get going, once we get Glen Pean, you can do a bit more playing around because we ain't got far to go. Last thing I want is pulling her leg and going lame now, don't I? Right. I shall catch you further on after we've set off. But it was a good night. Beautiful area. Oh, that cuckoo bird doesn't stop all night. Hear it? It's not a cuckoo, no it ain't, but it sounds like a cuckoo bird. It was going at 2, 3, 4. I think that's another reason I didn't get to sleep. So yeah, that's it. Good place, lovely. It'd be terrible in the summer for midges, I guess, because the loch and everything's so boggy. Leave it. Don't know what they're doing now. Every time they stop, you know they're up to something. Right, we got to push on, but a great place. enjoyed it. It was an adventure, and that's all you want, adventures, don't you? You've got to handle it. That's why I got up early, because I didn't know if it was going to rain or not. It looked clear, so I bagged that as quick as possible. Right, see you further on. Right, waking up slowly. For those of you who have not watched the first two videos, we're hiking from Loch Morar, that's just around that corner, and where we pitched outside Open Bothy. The Bothy was locked due to COVID restrictions, even though they've all been lifted, but Bothy's not unlocked yet. We had a very wet night, well, wet evening, and then a very cold night. But we're fine, we're warm in the tent, but everything was saturated outside. We're now heading back to Glen Pean. So it's 6.5 miles, but it's over territory like this. We've got to go up there, and then across, and then up more. But luckily, the sun is popped out, and the skies are clearing. But it's getting warm, but it's a cool breeze, which is nice. So pacing ourselves, I've got about 40, I'd love to say it was about less than 40, but it's not, because the tent was saturated. So a £6 tent, it turns out near 8.5. So I've gained weight because the tent was saturated. So it's a good 40, 42, I'd say, between there. We've had some food. Rebel's pack is much lighter, a lot of dog food out of that. It looks puffed out. It's sleeping bags in it. You too, not too far. So I'm just taking breathers, cool down, taking plenty of water. I have plenty of food, so it's just pace, and if this weather stays like this we can just enjoy it. But we've got a few bits of kit to dry out. Stella, leave that, thank you. So pushing on. Oh god, look at him, gone through every bramble we could find there. Crazy dog. This is why you have to be careful. We're walking along a trail, and look, there is a hole. Now watch this hole. See my walking stick? Watch. Look how far it's gone down. Good 3 feet. Put your leg in there, and it's concrete, it looks like, all round. Well, rock, should I say. Just giving way. Yeah, it's rock all round. You'd easily break your leg there. That's why, look, we're on a trail. That's why, even when you're on a trail, you have to be careful. Again, look. Oh, it's gone further this time. Nearly right. Oh, hold on. That's it. That's bottom. So you're talking where the rubber is there. That's how much. Good 4 feet. Leg breaker definite. So remember, eyes on the trail. Look at the views when you stop. Don't look at the views, otherwise you'll end up in there when you're walking. Thought I'd show you. We get bogs, we get holes. You count a 45 pound pack and you fall in there, one of your legs, they're gone. And you're out in the open here, remote. Right, pushing on. Yesterday's late lunch spot, just under that rock. And we've come up from down there, a lot more in the distance. Whew. You can see the trail. I don't know which one we took coming up. There's two. I think we took the lower one this time. But there's two trails. The stalking vehicle comes up here, believe it or not. Don't ask me how. I'd rather them than me, put it like that. But they know what they're doing. That cloud is moving sideways, I think, so we might get the odd shower. But at the moment, Staying fine. I'm sweating. Yeah, what was a dry track yesterday is now a very boggy track because all the water's run down it. It made everything slippery. Look at that with this cloud hitting the tops there. So beautiful. Right, you two, we got to push on. Welcome to our playground. We go all the way down and up. I don't know if you can see the faintest of tracks, but we cut right to the right hand side of that great big mound in the middle there. And then we hit the first boulder field and trees, broken down, fallen trees. How beautiful, eh? That's running a lot faster than yesterday. Hopefully our little lock we'll be able to get through because if that's filled up we might be swimming. Right, we've got to go over this crest and then we'll hit the first part of that boulder field. Warm. Thankfully no rain. I want it to stay cloudy. It was supposed to be, it was forecast for cloud today, all day. It's Thursday, isn't it? I've lost days. Haven't seen anyone since I parked at the car park on Tuesday morning, which is exactly how I like it. Right, I'm going to push out of this track. It's all uphill. On here, on this video, it's not looking high, but trust me, I've come right down there, beyond there. All uphill, steady, switchbacks. Going down was easy. Right, pushing on. There's a lot more in the distance. That's where we've come up from. I didn't realise how high we had to go. And we've still got to go higher. Over the crest there to the boulder field. Thank God, there's a slight trail. Wow. Right, change of plan. We've come right up. We're going to make our own track down there. It's not too steep if you do it in switchbacks. If you try and go straight down, you'll probably go on your backside. So kind of do switchbacks down, and there's a river down the bottom there. And the lock, we're going to go side, it's in the distance. There's to Glen Pean. So rather than go through the boulders, which are a bit nasty, let's skate them and get on the other side of the lock. I don't know if you've heard a word. So I don't know if you got that. Right, we're down. There's that sign saying God knows what, nothing, a big whiteboard. Right, if you can, get up there and go over the top. And you should get on the left-hand side of them two little boulders, which are big boulders when you get up there. But if you can get up there, traverse up there, go over the top. I'll save you going through boulder field there that's quite a bit of a problem, through the flooded loch, and then another boulder field on the other side. We are now on the path. Wicked. Hardest bit done, just go by the loch, but as I say, as long as you're sensible on that path, you'll be fine. And then it's all level to Glen Pean. And the time is 10:15. We're done. Brilliant. That slowed us down so much coming through there. And as I say, it's a recipe for an accident. That is. There's moss on the rocks. There's drop-offs. There's big trees broken down in the way. You've got to go over them. They're slippery, they're greasy. So coming down was steep. I came right down that middle bit there. And as you know, anyone that knows Scottish moorland, it just breaks away under your feet, so you've got to be very careful or you'll come straight down. But traverse up and come down the same way. Cuts all that out. It's much easier. Once you go over the top, then it's straight all the way down to Lochaber. So you ain't got obstacles. Right, enjoy our walk now. Have a breather. Unshut the lock. Lie down, you two plats. So start talking. We've got to go over the top beside the loch. It's quite steep, as you saw when we came up. Then down the other side, and then there's about just under a mile, I would say, to the Bothy. It's 11 o'clock. Fed dogs, and I've had some chocolate myself. Just wanted a rest. We've been going for 3 hours. Set off about 8:15, and it's just short of 11:15. Rebel, stop it! Probably picking every tick he can find. And that's where we came from, in between that collection of mountains, whatever you like to call it, through the valley. Sorry, got lost for words. Stella, lie down. I'm trying to get these dogs to rest. They need to rest at times. But will they stop? No. So I sound like a bossy person, but I'm trying to calm them down so they get a breather. Especially Stella. She starts exploring, she's not resting. They can rest at the Bothy and explore at the Bothy. What views, eh? Stunning. Coming down that steep gradient, and it was steep, was a godsend. Just have to be careful. So that took a lot of problems out, because I'm worried about Stella and that boulder field. So if she falls down, I have to kind of pick her up and get her out. So, and in the end, it saves me a lot of aggro. And I didn't know if it's Lochan Dubh or something, Dubh. I didn't know how flooded that would be, because on the trail going up, yeah, it was boggy, but it was quite doable. Coming back, it's been like a swamp coming back. So much water's been pouring down. I don't know if this was, I think this is always like this, but I mean, there was some extra waterfalls coming back. We had to go through them. Don't look too bad here. It's quite steady. It's been a mix of cloud and nice bright spells, so it's been perfect hiking weather. Not too hot, not too cold. But going back to this loch, I've heard people try to go over, I think they call it the northern side, I'm not sure, and they went over the tops, and they said that was like a nightmare. I do know some people go visit the Monroes and then come down to the Bothys, but I haven't seen anyone for a while do that. I think they go to the Monroes and then go down the other side to Glen Pean area. Right, have a bit more rest here, and then we'll push on over there. I've got to pick the tracker. I think I found it. It's so faint you can hardly see it. You've got to have very good eyes to pick it out. I think it goes up there, over that lump there. I'll pick it up once we're up the top. Don't go any higher than that. Hope not. Otherwise I've got a long trek up. I'll pick it up. Well, we're over the other side. couldn't find the trail coming up the other side. I went searching, couldn't really pick it up. Looked down, thought I wonder if I can get by the Loch, because it looked passable. So came down along the Loch, and yeah, there is trails, like probably deer trails, and you can pick them up, but very slippery, very muddy, very iffy. But at least if you fall, you only fall in 5 feet. The Loch on the edge was still about 2-3 feet deep, so you couldn't wade for it unless you want to get soaked. My advice is still take the higher one, but there is trails going lower, bits and bobs, but most of the time you're right on the edge of the Loch. But if that was higher, the Loch was higher, obviously you wouldn't be able to do it. Right, easy going now, about 40 minutes to the Bothy, and it is 11:45. Brilliant. Sweating now, made me work that one. Sun came out as well, just when I didn't want it to. Right, see you at the Bothy. We made it back to the Bothy. Just had some lunch, drying some kit, doing it in stages. Get their kit dry because they'll need it tonight. Everything else seems to be dry. It's just the tent. I've got to find somewhere to put a tent where I'm not going to pick a load of ticks out and take them home. But there again, the tent might have a load of ticks anyway. But I'm going to peg it out somewhere and hopefully it'll dry or get some air to it. Their kit's more or less done, so that was good. Someone had been in here already. Someone was here last night or yesterday. Left some wood. They had the hangers up. I'm guessing they got caught in that heavy rain, so they made it to the Bothy to take shelter. Nothing else to tell you. I'm tired, dogs are tired, but did we do well? Got here at 12:30, so, and I set up 8:15, so 4.25 hours. That's not bad going. Seeing I stopped for lunch as well for about 30 minutes, so yeah, brilliant. Much better. I think cutting across and missing the boulder fields, Stadler enough. But right, so we've got all afternoon to rest and have a nice good night's sleep. Then it's an hour and a half slow back to the car tomorrow, and then back home, sadly. But we've done well. So I might chat to you later, I don't know. I'm going to just take it easy from now on. You've seen all these sites and them sites. I'll feed them again. They'll have extra rations today. They've done brilliant. Right, I'm going to have my coffee. One last look for you, just in case I don't talk to you later. Lovely. Look at that. Piece of genius. What a piece of genius. The air's got to get under it, otherwise it'll never dry. And as it's drying, the air's going to lift it and lift it and lift it. In the end, it'll reach all the way to the bottom. And then it'll be like a giant kite and it'll blow off down to the valley down there somewhere. And we'll have to do the walk again. But look, you get what I mean. I'm getting the air under it. And that's drying it out, because otherwise the moisture would just create another condensation trap, won't it? So, look at all this blue sky. If I give it about an hour doing that, I reckon the majority of the moisture will be out of the tent. Hell of a lot's come out already. So I'm going to pull it on this end so it's taut. I'm not going to, what you call it, peg it down, because I want it to kind of shift. Peg it down, it might be too trapped. But you see what I mean? The air's coming down, and as it's drying, it's going to move, and the different pockets will dry out, and then in the end, it will be like a great little tunnel. You can see it lifting now. Look, God, I'm clever, aren't I? And it took me 61 years to get there. Go on, lie down. I don't want them near the tent. the nails for it. Whew. Now it's getting hot. I've got this Primaloft Neurona Faltine, I think it is. Got off Flea Bay for about 30 quid. I tell you, this is as good as a Arc'teryx Cerium SL or a Rab Microlite, and they'd cost you about 150 quid, 130 quid. The Cerium SL will probably cost you near 250 quid. And I got it because, look, someone had burnt a little hole in it and they went, oh no, I can't have that. Why? It does the same job when it's on your body, doesn't it? So I snapped that straight up, and I tell you, if you can get one of these, they're brilliant, lovely and warm. And I was wearing it when it was slight drizzle, quite waterproof. I was surprised. I love the bright colours. I think I'm going a bit kind of I've got to be careful what I say here, but you know, I don't mean I'm changing or anything like that, but what I'm trying to say is, I don't know, I like yellows, I like the lime greens and everything, so I'm quite, I don't know, I used to like blues, blacks and all that kind of boring colours. Now I'm going for the snazzy ones. Even the orange, I have an orange Arc'teryx jacket which I love. Look at that. Perfect. Right, I keep saying I won't. I'm relaxed now. All the kit's dried off, their kit's dried off, so it's just this tent. Then I can bag it up and just enjoy the evening. Get a fire going just to take chill off the Bothy, because as I say, the Bothies are cooler at night. You know, when it's settling. Hear that bird? It's been following me. It's that one bird following me from Little Morar. Sounds like a cuckoo, doesn't it? I stopped. He knows I'm talking about him. Sounds like a loud cuckoo. Well, I heard it earlier, yesterday, really close, and it sounds like a kind of a cuckoo, a cuckoo with whooping cough. Strangest bird ever. I'll go for a bit before I rant on again. Right, it's bedtime for us. It's 8 o'clock. Dogs have had extra dinners, so they're really tanked up. Stella's a bit stiff. She was okay until she stopped. Now she's really stiff, so I've given her an aspirin, a massage to back legs for her. She's had extra food. She's going to get probably close to 10 hours, 11 hours sleep. So she'll be well rested, and there's only a short walk tomorrow. It's about, I don't know, 3-4 miles at the most. Probably not that. Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 miles. But it's easy. It's on a plantation, logger's path through the plantation. Murky out, but not raining. Today was the best day, weather-wise, out of all the days. And it was supposed to be the overcast day today. Now the prediction, what I saw on Tuesday morning for Friday, was sunny spells, very much what was predicted for today, cloudy with the odd sunny spell, but heavy rain by 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So I don't know if that's changed. We will be leaving here about 10, 11ish. I'll see how it goes. Might be a tad later if the weather's good. I'm not in no rush to get to the car because I've got a 10-hour drive, because I have to stop for them, because otherwise she really will stiffen out if she's left in the car too long. And I don't want to be in amongst the heavy traffic. That's why I like driving at night. It's cooler for them, and it's also quieter. But car's all fueled up, ready to go, so got no problems there. And get back sometime Saturday morning. I was reading in the Bothy book, and it was great reading through all the years, different people, and what they experienced. The blizzards, the heavy rain, the midges, but they all said exactly the same thing. But the views, scenery, pure nature, seeing deer roaming. Some said they even saw the wild boars. I haven't seen them, but this area is known for wild boars. Someone released them many years ago, and they've kind of overpopulated. So you'll sometimes see shooting towers. They're trying to cull them all because they're getting out of hand, but I've not seen them. But Rebel today alerted to something, and it wasn't a deer, because I would have seen it even if it was running off, because it's quite a big thing, but he detected it, so you never know. But I haven't seen no deer, nothing today, which is really weird. I was also reading in the Bothy book where they were saying people walked from here to Oban, where I went, in 2.5 hours. Unbelievable. I did it, what did I say, 8:15 to 12:30, but I had a half-hour break, so say about 3:45, 3 hours 45 minutes. But I was carrying a hefty pack, and I've got these two as well, so I've got to slow down. I can't go crazy with stuff. But even so, even without them, I couldn't do that in 2.5 hours. They must be youngsters. They're in their prime. I'm well past my prime. Bed set up. Everything's drying. I've only got a little bit of wood. It's just to chill out the room. I don't care what happens, because Stella's going to have the... I'll try and throw over Rebel, but he never keeps it on her. But it's warm in here. So even if the temperature drops overnight, Stella'll be fine. She's the main thing. Rebel, he's so strong. I don't know if he'll feel it anyway. He's brain dead. But I'm absolutely shattered. I can't wait to get in that sleeping bag. I would have gotten it about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, but I knew I'd wake up about 2, 3, and then I wouldn't be able to get back off, and it's just stupid. Then you'll be restless all the rest of the time. I know if I go in there about half hour's time, I'll just drop off. As soon as my head touches that pillow, I'll probably drop off. And I'll have to wake up, feed them and let them out about 2, 3, but I'm guaranteeing that even they will probably oversleep tonight because they look whacked. Even Rebel's tired, let alone Stella. But the thing is, Stella's stiff. I went to rub her joints and she yelped, so I know she's stiffened up. So I gave her a massage, the next minute she was fine. So it's just, everything's tightening up, and it's just like us when we get older. All the joints kind of really tense up. I tell you what I get before I go, and I know I'm rambling again. I get terrible cramps sometimes, and yet I take all the salts and sugars and fluids and everything to make sure. I was checking all through the day today, make sure my fluid intake was good. But I still get cramps on my legs. And is it a killer when you're in your sleeping bag and all of a sudden you get leg cramp on your hamstring or something like that? It's like agony. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. But anyway, I'm rambling and I'm yapping. But I hope you enjoy our travels. I probably won't get much time to say goodbye tomorrow because I'll be just pushing on and not depressed, but going home's never easy, is it? After you've had such a good time. But I know I have to go home because I have to get all the kit sorted out. But anyway, hope you enjoy adventures and travels. I'm not trying to outdo anyone. I'm doing it my own way. I was checking on my phone, on my camera, the one that fogged up. Some of the photos and films come out really well. I wish I used it more today, but I was expecting rain. So yeah, it's mainly on the camera. You've got to remember I've got 2 dogs in tow. I've got a heavy pack. I'm carrying extra feed for the dogs. Even if when I do carry the camera, I thought I was doing good, because I've got waterproof, and I've seen it on the videos, you can hose them down, these cameras and everything. Well, obviously this one don't. So I suppose they can only take so much. But it's all fine now, it's working perfect now. So it shows it's a hardy camera, it's just, it does steam up and does fog up. But as I was saying, I just hope you enjoy the videos. I hope I think I've got near to 1,000 subscribers, and I believe it's tradition to give something away when you get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to have to think of something, do a giveaway. I mean, I'm not into all it. When I started YouTube and Instagram, I think I've said before, I thought I'd get like 200 people look at my posts, and I would have been ecstatic with that. But I think Instagram, I got 6,500. It goes up and down. I don't care. I look at it. It's not for an ego thing for me. It's just to share. And I love chatting to people on Instagram that have got other German Shepherds and Malinois. Any dog, basically. They show, a good care and attention to. But on YouTube, I'm just, as I say, I'm always trying to show some of these trips, because I've looked myself for some of these trips and I cannot see. Like over Bothy, I see maybe a couple of videos of the Bothy itself. Wow, that's going splintering now. And I'd never see any treks from Glen Pean to Oban Bothy. I'd never seen trips. I see the Cape Wrath trips where people stick to them trails that lead along the line, on the Cape Wrath trail. I see a lot of people doing Munros, but I never see anyone doing the hiking to some of these places. I mean, Sow Lees, I've seen a few videos, but they're so broken up, they don't give a real kind of showing of the terrain or anything, So that's why I do it, because I know other people will be watching and thinking of it, and then they'll come across my video and they'll go, well, maybe he yaps on, but at least he's showing us everything. Look, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we can do that. Again, down to experience, so long as you experience. But that's what I do it for, is to share and show what also the dogs get up to, because the dogs are really the star. You hear me shouting at me, you're laughing at them, you hear me like shaking my head, kind of saying they're crazy, but they are the stars. As I say, I've done all this so many years and never videoed it, so I know what I could do, can't do, and it doesn't bother. I'm not out. And as you'll notice, I'm not one of these people that shoots out for one night up on a mountain and then runs down and has my bag of chips on the way home. I go out for adventures. I go out for multi-days. I enjoy being out in the wild. You know what I mean? I'm not kind of popping up, doing a video, popping down, plastering it all over YouTube and trying to get as many subscribers as I can so I can get some sponsorship or make some monetary gain or something. I'm not into that at all. I love money. I'm sure we all do. But it's not my way of doing things in my life. My life's about nature, the dogs, nature, and being out in the wilds. And as I say, this is the third day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I haven't seen a person, a soul. And to me, that is paradise. And I know earlier I said I was antisocial. I'm not. It's just, sometimes you need to get away. You just need to get away from everything. News, social media, your mobile phone, all the stupid stuff, that clogs up your brain day in and day out, so that you can't even think in the end, because all you're worried about is either what's on the news, what's happening on your phone, who sent you a message, someone's been kind of nasty, and you go, oh my God, and you get all wound up. It's so stupid, isn't it? So, oh, he's looking for something. He's on the alert, he is. He's not stupid. It's amazing. She's so settled nowadays because of age, but he's took over the mantle and he's now looking out there and he's probably seen something. I don't know what he's seen, but he's up. He's the one. He very rarely goes, but if he goes, he's so strong and powerful. I can't hold him back, you know what I mean? That's why, look, again, I don't know if you can see in the light, I've got a broom handle against the door, just in case I doze off when I'm in deep sleep and no, I don't hear someone. By the time they've opened that door and made a lot of noise, then I can react. Right, 12 minutes of ramble. My videos are going to get longer and people are going to get so sick and tired of them. But as I say, if only 10 people watch my videos, I'm more than happy. Right, good night, dogs. Say good night. Yeah, that's good night. That's their way of saying good night. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye.